I like this. Cancel. I like this.
Peace, everybody. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again. Kurt, you already know burn and earn. Burn, learn, and earn. You already know what time it is. Bar none. Yeah, the Bitcoin train is idle at the station. Remember, this is a moving locomotive. Right now, we're sitting at the station picking up smart money at 111,000. You know, we could hit 100K. We could go to 120,000. The main thing is that you are of the group of those that are getting your train tickets while it's sitting idle at the station, whether it goes uptown or downtown. If it goes downtown, we just pick up more tickets, right? Right? If it goes downtown, we just pick up more tickets. Yeah, we see a slight market turnaround. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's going on, Queen? Brother Noah, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Hey, the music could be out soon. UCN. What is UCN? Hold on. I don't know what coin this is. I never heard of this. Hold on. UCN. What is that? Hold on. What is that? It's $1,200. UCN. What is this? Uchain? What is this? What we got going on here? $129 million market cap. Wow, only 100,000 supply. What? Let me see. 4 days ago. Hey, so check this out. I really don't know what this is yet, but I am going to do my research. I probably am going to enter some positions on it. 7 days ago, it was $23. 4 days ago, it was $1,300. Right? So 7 days ago, this thing was $23. It's up 5,350% in the last 7 days. Now, one of the reasons for that is more than likely the supply and demand. When you look at the supply, there's only a circulating supply of 100,000, a total supply of 100,000, and a max supply of 100,000. This is crazy right here. Unichain or Uchain. Let's see what we got going on over here. Revolutionary blockchain technology by Uchain. Born for eternity, high-speed blockchain able to process more than 2,000 TPS, so transactions per second. That's its scalability. Is the perfect solution to improve every aspect of our lives. Let me see scalability, security, and decentralization. We're working with many excellent features: NFT marketplace, meme coin portfolio, a gaming sector, a resource market. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Let's see. Right now, only on 2 exchanges. Very interesting. I'm gonna find a way to capture some of this. This is interesting. To be honest with you, $100,000, 100,000 circulating in total supply token. Hey, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. This may be something. It may be nothing. Always remember, it may be nothing, but it may be something. Family, if you can, please share this out with family and friends. Please share this out with family and friends. We ain't gonna be here too long, but I do want to be able to get the message out. So if you can, go ahead and send this link out to a close relative, a loved one, a friend, especially if they're already following me. It may be easier to do on YouTube than it is on Instagram, being that my page is private. Well, let's start it off with a roll call. Let me see where y'all tuning in and checking in from. Let me know where y'all tapping in from in the world. Y'all already know I'm hailing from the South Side, Chicago. Where y'all tapping in from? Let me know where you tapping in and tuning in from. Quick roll call before we get the ball rolling. Quick roll call before we get the ball rolling. We got Atlanta in the building. What's going on? Supernatural G. Peace, peace, peace. We got Dallas in the building. Cleveland, Ohio is in the building. Peace, peace, peace. We got Pickering, Ontario. Is that Canada? Ontario? Forgive me for my ignorance. We got Cary, North Carolina in the building. We got the West Coast, Cali in the building. What's going on, Dr. Tony? Bar none checking in from Charlotte. Hey, we got Oakland in the building. Oakland is in the house. Hey, big shout out overseas. We got West London in the building. What's going on? We got West London in the building. Beautiful, beautiful. I love when my people tune in from overseas. We got west up, northwest. Hey, I ain't familiar with the lingo, y'all. West up and northwest. Hey, we got Belize in the building. What's going on? I ain't know I had any ties in Belize. What's going on? John Catro. Peace, peace, peace. I appreciate you tapping in and tuning in. First time or returning viewer? Please let me know. There we go. Put that on Do Not Disturb. Basically Toronto. Got you. Tapping in from Toronto. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, you've been watching for years. My man, I appreciate the support. He said he's been watching for years. Hey, I definitely appreciate the support. Definitely appreciate the support. All right, what we got going on in this chart right now? What we got going on, man? Is this a market reversal on Bitcoin? Let's take a look. It could be. Let's take a look. Now, we haven't yet gotten the buy signal, right? We have not yet gotten the buy signal on the daily yet, all right? We have not yet gotten the buy signal on the daily. But what I did identify, let me actually break it down on the 12-hour because it looks a lot better on the 12-hour. So what I did identify is that we did have a downsloping trend line right about there, right? There we go. All right, so what I was able to identify is that we do have a downsloping trend line right about there, right? Right about here, downsloping trend line, right? Right there, you see that? See the resistance came in, resistant, broke down. Now we've broken that resistance. This is a 12-hour chart that we're looking at right here. All right. In fact, before I get started, always remember this as a disclaimer. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take this as any type of financial advice. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling you could be 100% wrong. Any and everything that I'm telling you could be 100% wrong. Always go do your own due diligence. Always go do your own due diligence. All right. How's my audio coming in on IG and YouTube? Please let me know how my audio is coming in. I totally forgot that I had the Bluetooth on. Let me know how my audio is coming in on IG and YouTube. Let me know if it's clear before we proceed. Let me know if it's clear before we proceed. All right, good on YouTube. How we sounded on Instagram? How we sounded on Instagram? Somebody give me some feedback. Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. No audio on IG? Hey, I might not have any audio because that call came in. It's probably that phone call I got. So let me go back in. I know it was that phone call I got on IG. I know that's what it was. Let me plug back in real quick. IG, yeah, IG cut out. I think the phone call that I got knocked my audio out. I'm about to come back live right now. There we go. We back live now. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes for people to tap in and tune in. Give it a couple of minutes for those people to tap back in and tune in. We back live on IG, y'all. We are now back live on Instagram. We are now back live on Instagram. Hold on, let me go ahead and send this out to some people. Let them know that we are live. There we go. We back live on Instagram now, y'all. We back live on Instagram. Give it a couple of minutes for the viewers to tap back in. On top of me probably being shadow banned. You know. On top of me probably being shadow banned. They starting to come back in. We're going to go ahead and take off. So now, what you're looking at here is a 12-hour downtrend, which as of right now, we're looking to possibly reverse from. Even without the Fibonacci, right? Obstacle number one would be to take out your previous highs. So that would be your high there. And ultimately, right? Your high there, right? So that's step number one. You got to take out your previous highs if you want to see further continuation. IG tweaking. Still issues on Instagram. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? What's going on IG? Can y'all hear me on IG? How's the audio on Instagram? Somebody give me some feedback. How's the audio on Instagram, y'all? IG still tweaking? Y'all went to the new one, right? It's black? Oh, wow. Yeah, they probably blocking me on Instagram then. If it's all black, y'all went to the new one, right? Noah, can you hear me on the new IG? Somebody give me some feedback on Instagram. If I don't get no feedback, I'm going to end it because they probably blocking the page. Yep, it said we're serial live video ended. Hold on, let me see if I can go live again. Let me try one more time. Yeah, they not letting me go live at all. Yeah, they not letting me go live. It's just spinning. They blocking me from going live on Instagram, y'all. Yeah, they blocked me. I'm trying to go live now, and it's just spinning with the one. It's just spinning. I'm gonna have to go over to TikTok. In fact, let me open up my TikTok page. Let me see if I got TikTok on here. Hold on. Let me see if I still got TikTok. I'll go live on my TikTok page. Hold on. Let me see if I still got TikTok. We will go live on TikTok. Hold on. I ain't used it in a long time, but let's see. Let's see if we can go live here. Create. Let me see. New video. Let me see. 10 minutes. That's not live though. And please forgive me, y'all. I don't know how to use TikTok. I'm literally right now trying to figure out how can I go live on this thing. Please forgive me. Let me see. Text. Create. Auto cut. Photo edit. Yeah, I don't think I can go live. Live on Yap It. We on YouTube. TikTok won't let you talk. Oh wow, they won't. Damn, yeah. IG say I'm live, but it ain't doing nothing. Yeah, they lying right now. They super lying. They super lying. It's all good. This is what I'll do. Right? This is what we'll do. We'll get some little snippets to throw on YouTube. That's what we'll do. I mean on TikTok. I'll record a couple of snippets here and there. Yeah, we'll get a couple of snippets here and there. All right, peace, power, prosperity, family. Y'all already know what time it is. Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early rising show of coffee and crypto. Taking a look at the market right now, we do have a bit of a market reversal. We are going live right now on TikTok. Well, recording on TikTok, going live on YouTube. We can see Bitcoin back at 112,000. Ethereum at 4460. XRP 287, still below the $3 mark. AVAX with a beautiful comeback, $25.31 right now. You also got Crow and OKB making moves in the market. Now, as we look at this reversal, right, what I started to pay attention to, in fact, hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that this camera is clear. There we go. Much better. All right, there we go. All right, so the first thing that you're looking at is you got to take out your previous highs here. So you got a high here at about 113,000, we'll say 17,000, and then again here at $124,000, right? Now, if we're utilizing the Fibonacci extension tool, we can see that we're coming into contact and actually crossing over our first fib levels, which is just 23.6, right? This right here, let me show you, is your first line of defense as far as from the bears to the bulls, right? So the bears, you normally try to keep you below this level. If the bulls are able to take out that red line, right, which is like a territory level, which is $111,333, right? What you look for is continuation here, here, and here normally before you look at a reversal to go back to the downside. Because remember, the original direction of the trend is to the downside. All right, this is the original direction of the trend. So normally what you can see when you're utilizing this specific tool, the Fibonacci, right, you can see a retracement to the 382, to the 50, or the 618. And you do have the ability to normally reverse at those levels and then continue in the original direction of the trend. Now, the thing is, what we look for as bulls is to take out the 61.8. So what we're looking at right now is if we could take out 118,000, this 117,917, but I was going to call it 118K. If we can take out 118,000, that'll give me that much more push to 120 to 124,500, right? That'll give me that much more conviction that we're going to make it at those specific levels, all right? Now, if we fail that, we look for continuation to the downside. But If we're able to take out this specific level right here, then we look at a continuation move back up to our previous high, right? If we're able to take out our previous high, at that point, I would look for Bitcoin to then rally into the second golden pocket here, somewhere between $130,000 and $135,000 respectively. All right, that's what I'll be looking for continuation out of Bitcoin. Once again, if we're able to stay above this red line, right? Hold on. Let me actually get rid of this real quick, just so I can make it clear for you. What we're trying to do is we're trying to capture the first golden pocket or the golden ratio here, right? Which is just get inside this zone right here. That's all we're really trying to do, get inside this zone. But ultimately, we're trying to take out that level right there, right? Ultimately, we're trying to take out $117,917, right? Roughly 118K, psychological, right? 111,000 is your psychological downside. If you're able to continue to hold this as support, you're normally 9 times out of 10 going to break inside the golden ratio. It's all about being able to take out that golden ratio and then look for continuation to 121 to 124 and a half thousand dollars. After you're able to get above 124 and a half thousand dollars, then we look at 130 to 135,000 dollars respectively. All right. Now, if we move on to the number 2 cryptocurrency in the space, which is Ethereum, let's go ahead and take a look. What do we got going on? So we did have a downtrend, right? We got our 2 golden pockets already set up. The first one we're looking to come into contact with, if we're able to close today or a 12-hour above $44,224. All right. That's what we're looking for, a closure above $4,423. If we can do that, we look for a continuation move somewhere between $4,500 to $4,700. All right, somewhere between $4,500 to $4,700. Now, what you got going on over here is what could be deemed a double bottom, right? Here we go. There we go. Go ahead and clone that up. Whoop, hold on. Let me stretch it out a little bit so it doesn't catch the there we go. Let me actually clone this one. There we go. So you got your bottom there, and then you got your bottom here, right? So you do have a possibility of a double bottom, which if it does hold and we stay outside of the trend line, as long as we're holding at 44 and a quarter, right? XRP max setup. Thanks. But hey, D-Wave, I appreciate that. That's good look on the follow through. In fact, I wonder what we're going to look at it next. I wonder what Mag's doing right now. But with Ethereum, as long as we're holding $44,225, the expectation is a continuation to $45.25, right? $4,525 to $4,700. Okay. TikTok, I forgot what my TikTok name is. I'll give it to y'all in a minute after I end the video. I'll give it to y'all in a minute because I totally forgot because I ain't used it in a while. But if we're able to get above 4,700, then we look for a continuation move to 48 to 49.50. Above 49.50, we look at 51.40 to $5,400 Ethereum. All right, right now it's $4,400. So you're looking at about $1,000 move, almost about $1,000 move to the upside from where we currently stand. Now, what we got going on in the news? Well, we got Winklevoss, Nakamoto-backed treasury launches with 1,000 Bitcoin. Now, the thing about the Winklevoss twins is they've been trying to get an ETF for years, way before BlackRock or anybody else, and they steadily got denied. I'm happy that they're actually coming out with a treasury right now that's based on Bitcoin, which they are early adopters of. Anyways, the story goes on to state, Euro-denominated Bitcoin company treasury raised initial funding to launch with a starting balance of 1,000 Bitcoin. The Euro-denominated Bitcoin company treasury raised initial funding of 126 million euro, or $147 million, because the euro outpaces the dollar, so they're cheaper than us. They're cheaper than us. Man, how do you look at it? They're outpacing the dollar, right? It takes more of our dollars to make less of their dollars. But it's through a private round led by the Winklevoss Capital and Nakamoto Holdings. According to a Wednesday announcement shared with Cointelegraph, the company used the funds to buy more than 1,000 Bitcoin to jumpstart its Bitcoin treasury. How many times do I keep telling y'all about these treasuries? How many of y'all got those family treasuries made? That's what it's all about. How many of you have created a family first treasury or a family first reserve, right? With, of course, Bitcoin and then whatever other altcoins that you may choose to add, though I would keep it, more sided and weighted with Bitcoin, right? That's going to protect you from volatility. All right. You're seeing them pop up everywhere, man. When we gonna pick up the ball? The Treasury said it aims to be the first Bitcoin Treasury company listed on a primary European exchange. Treasury plans to make its way into the Euronext Amsterdam Stock Exchange through a reverse listing by merging with lender MKB Nedsen. A reverse listing enables private companies to acquire stock exchange listings without meeting the requirements by merging with the already listed company. Very interesting. Treasury founder and CEO King Oy told Cointelegraph that the company plans to leverage future equity issuance and convertible debt to increase its Bitcoin holdings. The announcement notes that its plans to use both equity and debt to accumulate Bitcoin as its primary reserve asset. With an initial allocation of 1,000 Bitcoin, Treasury was catapulted among Europe's most notable corporate Bitcoin holders. According to BitcoinTreasury.net data, Europe's top corporate Bitcoin treasury is the German firm Bitcoin Group, with 3,605 Bitcoin worth about 400 million at the time of writing. It is followed by French company Sequans Communications with 3,205 Bitcoin worth about 356 million, and then the UK-based Smarter Web company with its 2,440 Bitcoin valued at 270 million. Now, I know I go through this fast, but are y'all listening? Do you hear what's being snatched up here? They're looking to snatch up the Bitcoins, right? They're looking to snatch up the Bitcoin. All right, hold on, let me see. So now I wonder if that even posted. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so let's get to the next one. All right. So we got the Winklevoss story coming in next, right? DeFi lending rises 72% on institutional interest. Do y'all understand what a 72% rise is? Is the Trust Wallet a Bitcoin trust for your family? No. The Trust Wallet is a multi-asset, non-custodial wallet. It can be looked at as a trust for the simple fact that you are able to administer the cryptocurrencies or assets that are on that wallet, even though you actually don't own it, for the simple fact that if you were to lose the keys, the money would still be within that contract, that trust, that wallet, right? But you wouldn't have access to it anymore. So in a way, you could look at it as a trust that you could possibly lose access to, but it's not a trust within itself in the definition of the word trust, right? Anyways, DeFi lending rise at 70. Y'all know what a 72% rise is? Something that we've been doing for X amount of years, the institutions are starting to get wind of now. Okay? It goes on to state, DeFi lending is poised to capture more institutional interest as tokenized RWAs are increasingly accepted as collateral for stablecoin loans, according to Binance Research. Decentralized lending protocols are surging in total value and set to capitalize on growing institutional adoption of stablecoins and tokenized assets, according to Binance Research. Decentralized finance lending protocols are automated systems that facilitate lending and borrowing for investors via smart contracts, eliminating the need for financial intermediaries like banks. DeFi lending protocols have risen more than 72% year to date, from 53 billion at the beginning of 2025 to over 127 billion in cumulative total value locked on Wednesday, according to Binance Research. This explosive growth is attributed to DeFi lending protocols benefiting from accelerated institutional adoption of stablecoins and tokenized real-world assets. As stablecoin and tokenized asset adoption accelerates, DeFi lending protocols are increasingly positioned to facilitate institutional participation, wrote Binance Research in a Wednesday report shared exclusively with Cointelegraph. A significant portion of this growth was attributed to Maple Finance and Euler, which I'm currently using on the Uchain platform, which saw 586% and 1,466% rises respectively. As tokenized assets continue integrating into the mainstream financial system, we expect a new generation of on-chain financial products to emerge, enabling more efficient, transparent, and accessible capital markets. The emerging dynamic is set to enhance DeFi liquidity and broader crypto ecosystem by bridging traditional finance and decentralized infrastructure. DeFi lending protocols, in particular, offer a programmable and interoperable framework that makes them well suited to facilitate greater institutional participation. So DeFi that's just the tip of the iceberg. Oh yeah, just the tip of the iceberg. Just the tip of the iceberg. Just the tip of the iceberg. Right. Now, this is some of the news that I really wanted to bring to y'all. Right. Arbitrum DAO incentivizes DeFi growth with 24 million ARB token rollout. And this is just season one of the DAO's $40 million DeFi Renaissance incentive program. DRIP is aimed to drive up DeFi in the ecosystem. Right. I'm participating in this currently. Arbitrum DAO has, and this really just came out within the last 24 hours. But Arbitrum DAO has unveiled season one of its $40 million DeFi Renaissance incentive program, DRIP, allocating up to 24 million ARB tokens to accelerate decentralized finance growth on the Arbitrum network. The first season of DRIP focuses on leverage looping strategies for yield-bearing ETH and stablecoins, with incentives flowing to leading lending and borrowing protocols. Users will earn ARB rewards for borrowing against a curated set of ETH and stablecoin collateral types. DRIP spans 4 seasons with a total budget of 80 million ARB tokens. Now, I have not, for those of you that have been, following the information over the last 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, taking the classes, have I not already prepared you to go ahead and take advantage of this? This should be easy for y'all. Any of the students, this should be easy. It goes on to state that Arbitrum DAO has unveiled season one of its $40 million Renaissance incentive program, allocating 24 million ARB tokens to accelerate decentralized finance growth on the Arbitrum network. It goes on to state the first season of DRIP focuses on leverage looping strategies for yield-bearing ETH and stablecoins, with incentives flowing to the leading lending and borrowing protocols, including Aave, Morpho, Fluid, Euler, Dolomite, and Silo, which I've taught y'all how to use Aave, Fluid, Euler, and Dolomite in past classes. Users will earn ARB rewards for borrowing against a curated set of ETH and stablecoin collateral types ranging from WeETH, wrap staked ETH, synthetic United States dollar coin, and syrup United States dollar coin. Approved by the Arbitrum DAO in June, get rid of that. DRIP spans 4 seasons with a total budget of 80 million ARB tokens. Each season targets a specific DeFi use case to drive liquidity, capital efficiency, and protocol innovation across the ecosystem. Now, let me ask y'all this. Do you see the banks doing any of this? Add to the ETH class? What do you mean add to ETH class? Brown Skin B, what's going on? Hey, but have y'all ever seen the banks roll out and give y'all $40 million just for using them? For coming and put money in their institution so they can lend it out and they can make money off of you? Have you ever seen that happen in the traditional? Have you ever seen anything like what we see in this decentralized finance ecosystem happen in the traditional ecosystem? Ever? The targeted rollout introduces an aligned framework. Protocols that are contributing meaningful innovation to DeFi receive incentive support, while users benefit from new opportunities to optimize strategies on Arbitrum, the team wrote in the press release shared with CoinDesk. Morpho, Euler, and Maple Finance have already expanded into Arbitrum ahead of the launch, citing DRIP as a growth catalyst. DRIP will help Morpho both attract DeFi native liquidity and provide deeper liquidity and better rates for DeFi mullet integrations like the Earn feature on Gemini on-chain, said Kirk Hutchinson, chain expansive lead at Morpho, in the press release. The combination of incentives and wide distribution network makes Arbitrum the natural home for our next state of growth. Arbitrum, which is the largest Ethereum layer 2 according to L2B and holds over 35% of the market share, plans to run each DRIP season for 4 to 5 months, with results reviewed by a DAO-approved committee. Strategies that succeed may see renewed support, while underperformers will be adapted or discontinued. I'm saying, can we add the concepts from the ETH class to the R protocol? 100%. 100%. Because all you're doing is supplying liquidity in certain assets on Aave, Fluid, Morpho, Euler. Definitely. Let's actually take a look at the ARB token and see how it's performing. Let's see. From a swing high, swing low perspective, this one's really just getting its wings. Let's get rid of all that real quick. Let's start off brand new. So a swing high, so a swing low fib retracement, right? We're on a lot of these you're crossing. On a lot of these you're crossing your first Fibonacci retracement level. So on ARB, what you're looking to do, which has been resistance in the last 24 hours, right? Has been about 50 cents. If we look for continuation from here, We're currently looking at somewhere between 52 and a 6 or 52 and a half to about 56 cents, right? Above 56 cents, we can attack our previous high here at 62 cents. And then once we're able to take out 62 cents, then we look at a continuation move north somewhere between 66 and 70 cents as ARB continues to rally, if it continues to rally. So obstacle number one, we need to hold this red line right here as support. Obstacle number two, we need to take out this first golden ratio at 52.66. All right. From there, we look to travel on through the golden ratio. Might see some resistance and some support, but ultimately we're looking to break through the 61.8, which is 56.39 cents. From there, we take out the 786, which is 60, and then 62 respectfully. Once we're able to take out this previous high, then we look for a continuation move north towards 66 cents and possibly 72 cents. Now, what I really want to take a look at here, right, is the macro picture. Hold on. I just want to turn all this off on different time frames. That way we can look at the macro without having it all jumbled up, right? Take that off the month. Okay. So now what I want to take a look at here, let's take a look at least at weekly. See where we're really coming from, right? What type of upside do we really have here? Let's do it on a monthly. Hey, crazy discount. Crazy discount. Right? But we need to change the trend. Right now, you got a high, low, lower high, lower, low, lower high. We need to take out this previous high here at about $1. If we can close above $1, that'll reverse the whole thing. So right now, you're not even at your 236. So you got to get above 75 cents before you look to turn anything around. No, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Nope. And we're at 9:44 on TikTok, so we're going to go ahead and close this up now. Got a consultation coming up. I appreciate everybody that was able to tap in and tune in to the Early Riser Show of Coffee and Crypto. And to the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. We gone. Go ahead and end this on YouTube. Yeah, ARB's at a crazy discount. We're becoming the bank. Yep, definitely becoming the bank. And we'll tap back in. Today's Wednesday for Financial Fridays. To the next one, peace.